this video, we will discuss Doppler study during pregnancy. Doppler study during pregnancy is especially useful in predicting PIH and predicting IUGR. At first, we will discuss uterine artery Doppler. So, this is normal uterine artery Doppler study. There is systolic wave, there is diastolic wave, and there is diastolic notch. The notch is present before 22 weeks of pregnancy. The notch usually disappears after 22 to 24 weeks of pregnancy. So, this is normal uterine artery Doppler before 22 week, and this is normal uterine artery Doppler after 22 week. But if due to pregnancy induced hypertension or preeclampsia, the resistance vessels remain resistant, so the diastolic notch persists even after 22 to 24 week. So this was diastolic notch before 22 week, which was normal, but diastolic notch after 22 to 24 week is abnormal and is called persistent diastolic notch. This is predictor of PIH or pregnancy induced hypertension. So this is normal umbilical artery Doppler. There is forward flow in umbilical artery. This is systolic component, this is diastolic component, and as period of gestation advances, the resistance in the vessels decreases and the blood flowing in diastole increases and the systolic by diastolic ratio decreases. So this is normal umbilical artery Doppler, but there can be abnormal flow patterns. So there are three types of abnormal flow patterns: reduced end-diastolic flow, absent end-diastolic flow, and reversed end-diastolic flow. So this was normal umbilical artery Doppler. But sometimes there may be reduced end-diastolic flow. In reduced end-diastolic flow, the blood flowing in diastole decreases, so the systolic upon diastolic ratio increases, and when it is more than 3, it is called as significant. The reduced end-diastolic flow denotes uteroplacental insufficiency or pregnancy-induced hypertension. So this abnormal flow pattern needs weekly monitoring by NST or by physical profile to decide the time of delivery. So if we get this type of flow pattern, we will weekly monitor by Doppler. Sometimes there may be absent end-diastolic flow. Here we can see there is no flow in diastole. So this is systolic wave and there is no flow in diastolic wave. There is flow in systolic wave and no flow in diastolic wave. This is absent in diastolic flow. In this case, the aim should be to deliver before reversal. So such fetus have poor outcome. This denotes severe fetal compromise, and the time of delivery depends upon the period of gestation. If the baby is less than 34 weeks, in case of absent end-diastolic flow, we will give steroid and keep on FHR monitoring. But if the baby is more than 34 weeks, we should terminate the pregnancy. And the last is worst scenario, in which there is reversal of end-diastolic flow. There is systolic wave and this is diastolic phase, which is reversed. There is reversal of the flow. This has very poor outcome and it denotes imminent fetal death within 1 to 2 days. This is actually indication of termination of pregnancy irrespective of the gestation age. In middle cerebral artery, there is generally high resistance flow. When there is significant fetal hypoxia, there is redistribution of blood. More of the blood goes in diastole, so there is brain sparing effect. There is increase in diastolic flow, there is increased pulsatility index. This is suggestive of IUGR, that is, less of the blood is going to other body and more of the blood is going to brain. In the Doppler, we can see systolic, this is systolic wave, this is diastolic wave. When there is decrease in resistance of middle cerebral artery, the blood going in diastole increases, so systolic by diastolic ratio decreases and diastolic flow increases. This suggests fetal hypoxia. Fetal anemia or RH isomerization, peak systolic velocity in middle cerebral artery increases. This is graph showing normal peak systolic velocity and this is graph showing increase in peak systolic velocity. Increase in peak systolic velocity of middle cerebral artery more than 1.5 multiple of meridian denotes significant anemia. So in nutshell, we have discussed umbilical artery, uterine artery and middle cerebral artery Doppler. In umbilical artery Doppler, we have seen systolic by diastolic ratio, which was increasing and more than 3 was significant, enough to predict uteroplacental insufficiency. So umbilical artery Doppler is done to predict uteroplacental insufficiency. Uterine artery Doppler, we had seen persistence of diastolic notch after 22 weeks was predicting PIH or preeclampsia. In middle cerebral artery Doppler, we have seen in fetal anemia, peak systolic velocity was increasing, and in IUGR, end diastolic flow and pulse index was increasing.